Hello, my ownership babes. Welcome back to this session as we talk about, and we're really going to break down the reasons why one must not give up. You know, if you are watching, you are in this session right now, then you have a reason to keep fighting, to keep going, to be resilient. Do not give up on whatever you know God has placed in your heart to do. And in trying to not give up, I will say one thing. I will make an absolute disclaimer that there are situations you do have to let go of. There are some situations, any type of situation where you're experiencing negativity, any type of situation that's toxic, that's affecting you mentally, physically, undue stress, undue burden, any type of situations of that sort that do not best serve you, I will say let it go immediately. When you have done and you've committed to a lifelong journey of doing the inner work, you start to get better at letting go. But the topic of this session is about never giving up on those goals and those dreams that are not negative. They are positive. They are serving you in the best way. They will serve you in the best way if you do not give up. See, remember, you've probably heard this, that, tough times do not last. Tough people do. And see, tough times, there's always going to be seasons of drought. There's always going to be seasons where you're like, maybe God is not hearing my prayer, or why is everything going wrong? Why are things going right for others but not for me? See, what you do in those seasons, I'm here to tell you. What you do in those seasons determine how your next season looks, your next season of harvest, of abundance. See, everyone goes through, if you're on earth, you will go through different seasons. However, what you're doing in those seasons determines how your life journey looks. So when you know that that season of tough time will not last, you can navigate it through. Hopefully you can navigate through that season in the most positive, the most abundant way. And then I want you to remember another point is that, I would say, stop measuring your success based upon society's or anyone's timeline. I know there's a timeline for what you should be doing in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s. And often we talk about it, even in the financial community, what people should have in your 60s and what you should have in your 30s. But look, those are just general guidelines. Those guidelines are not the master copy. You are the master copy of your life. You are the original copy. And some things that someone else is doing in their 20s, you may not do until your 40s. You never know. But you can't measure your life and your success by anyone else's timetable. The day you stop doing that, see, the day I stopped measuring myself to society's timetable, it was so freeing. It was absolutely freeing because I knew honestly that at that point, why I stopped is because I knew that I had a purpose in life, and that purpose could not be compared to anyone else. And see, when you realize that you're not going to compare, you stop comparing, you start competing within. You start, instead of competing with the outside people, you start to say, wow, they did it. Guess what? That's exciting. I can do it too. Let me see if I can do it in a faster way. Let me see if I can do it with less mistakes. You start to look at other things in life or other people, and you start to really appreciate and congratulate those people, and you're not concerned about giving up, because you know your time is coming. So make sure you don't measure your life by anyone else's timetable. And in the process of not giving up, you have to have resilience. You have to have that thing that allows you to get back up. That thing that allows you, and I believe it was Les Brown that said, hey, if you fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Is that right? You can get up. Stay resilient. You know, the way I look at resilience is just God's way of elevating my life. If I'm not getting any resilience, if I'm not getting any pushback, things that are challenging me to be resilient, then I know that I'm not elevating. I'm not moving. I'm not growing. See, that's the indication when you have to be resilient that you are moving in the right direction towards your goals and your dreams. And just remember, I know I've said this in the last couple sessions, but remember, growth does not happen in one day. It would be nice if it did. But growth happens every single day. Every day we have an opportunity to grow, to get better. And then you start to wake up one day and you're like, wow, because I've been growing each day, now you've developed habits, good daily habits that are allowing you to grow and reach your goals. And then remember, in never giving up, that someone is always waiting on the other side of your success. Now, this may be, if you have children, it could be your children, but it could not be. This could be people that love and support you. This could be someone you do not know. And here's the challenging part of it. Just know people are always watching. If the people that are supporting and your biggest supporters are watching and cheering you on, there's also some negative people cheering you on. See, they're cheering you on because they want you to fail. And see, those people are on the other side of your success. Because when you succeed, what happens is that you give them hope and opportunity that they can do it too. You give them a sense of that they don't have to be negative anymore. They can be positive as well. Now, no, it's not our purpose to drag all these negative people, but it is our purpose to live out whatever goals, whatever dreams, whatever intuition, whatever God has placed in you. And there's a group of people that's waiting on the other side, as I said, good or bad, to cheer you on. So don't give up. Remind yourself, make sure, as I've said before, subconsciously our mind is always working. It is always 24 hours a day. So you have to make sure you are filtering through your mind. You're filtering not thoughts of giving up, but thoughts of pushing through. Thoughts of how the end looks. Keep the end in mind. What it looks like. The journey is always going to be a little not so good. It's okay. But it's amazing when you can find joy even in your journey. See, that's next level thinking. That's next level inner work growth. When you can find the joy in all seasons of your life. So I challenge you, my ownership babes out there. As you move to the next level, as we're closing out this last quarter of 2024, we're closing it out and you're hitting your financial goals because you are on pace to be an owner. As you're hitting those fitness goals, because when you're fit and you're strong, you just do good in life. You do well in life. You're also not going to give up in the process. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing to the next day. Every day, keep pushing until you get there. So thank you, Ownership Babes, for tuning in. Have a beautiful day. Hasta luego.